Hey, math friends, welcome back. We are ready for lesson 19. Now, guys, today we aren't looking at our friend's work to see how it's different. Today we're actually going to do something new, okay? And let's see what we're going to work on. I can use tape diagrams to represent word problems. Now, guys, we've never talked about a tape diagram before. So today, Miss Kaylin is going to help us understand what a tape diagram is and how to use it. Now, if you have access to your printer at home, then you can print off today's problem set because you're going to use it with our lesson today. If you don't have access at home, it's perfectly fine. We're going to use our trusty, rusty whiteboards here, okay? And we're going to work it out on our whiteboard. So if you don't have the problem set, that's fine. If you do have the problem set, you can do it on that today, okay? So, friends, here's how we're going to get started today. You've got a sprint in your assignment today. You can either do it now or you can do it at the very end because I included it in today's assignment. Okay, so set your timer. I think it's 2 minutes, could be 3 minutes. I'm not real sure which one I put. Look at the instructions and complete as many as you can to get, try that again. Get as many as you can do. Can't talk today, guys. Can't talk. Get as many as you can get done correctly in the amount of time, okay? You're either going to get A or B. Just make sure you're looking at your symbols to see if it's plus or minus and where your equal signs are, okay? Don't want it to trip you up. All right, friends, so let's get started with today's lesson. We don't have an application problem today. Okay. So we're just going to go straight into it and we're going to get ready to work with Miss Kaylin. So I'm going to pull our video up, and if you need to pause to get your board and your marker and all that stuff, go ahead and pause. But if not, let's just keep going. Ready? Here we go.
Welcome to class, my marvelous mathematicians. It's Miss Kaylin, ready to guide you through another lesson. Today, we'll be using tape diagrams to solve word problems. What's that? It sounds like something that can help us. Now I'm curious. Are you curious? Let's go learn about it. But first, you will need your problem set. Pause the video, go grab it. When you're ready, press play, and we'll get started.
Remember what I said. If you don't have it, it's okay. We're going to work it out on our boards.
Welcome back. Let's go learn about that new model. Now that you have your problem set, let's start at number 1. Listen as I read aloud. Lee saw 6 squashes and 7 pumpkins growing in his garden. How many vegetables do you see growing in his garden? I'm going to model this with cubes. I'm going to put 6 cubes out to show the squashes and 7 cubes out for the pumpkins. Now, mathematician, how could I label these so I could keep track?
Could we say 6 and 7?
Well, I can put a number. So I know it's 6. I don't have to count every time. And at the bottom, I can put an S for squash. Great. And what about the other cubes? What number could we label them with?
7, because there's 7 of them.
Yeah, I'm thinking 7 because there are 7 pumpkins. And what letter makes sense to label them with?
P.
What about P for pumpkins? That works. I love using cubes. They're super helpful. But sometimes we don't have cubes. And sometimes it's just easier to draw. So let's draw instead. Now I want you to pick up your marker and follow along. I'm going to draw 6 circles to represent these 6 cubes. You can draw with me.
Here's my 6 and squash. You know what this reminds me of? The application problems we've been doing this week.
Great. Now I'm going to put a rectangle around the whole thing, just like that. I'll keep my number inside the rectangle so I can remember that that's 6. Great. I'm going to do the same thing for the 7 pumpkins. Go ahead and do it too. One thing I loved about cubes is you could see where the two parts were. We drew rectangles so you could still see where the two parts are separate from each other. We have 6 squashes over here, and the rectangle separates it from the 7 pumpkins over here. That's great. Let's reread the question. How many vegetables do you see growing in his garden? Well, in my picture, there's really no place I see the total. Well, of course, the total is all of it together, but there's no place where I have a question mark or a missing box. So watch what I do. I'm going to draw one line from the beginning, then another line from the end, and I'm going to show that together, that shows my total. I'll label it with a question mark because I don't know the number yet, and a T for total. Take a look at my drawing. Now I have both part and total labeled. Go ahead and add that to your drawing now.
Kind of looks like a little bit of a number bond, but it also kind of looks like a house.
Great job. Does this look new to you? New learning alert! This is new learning. Never seen a model like this before. Do you know what we call this? That's called a tape diagram.
Look at that, guys.
We use these to help make sense of word problems. Like this. Lee had 6 squashes and 7 pumpkins growing in his garden. I can see that in my tape diagram. Now, we want to know how many vegetables are growing in his garden. The total would be the squashes and the pumpkins together. Also help us write our number sentences. Well, I know both parts are shown, so I can write 6 plus 7 equals blank. That question mark shows me I don't know what the total is yet. Now, mathematicians, this is the best part. You get to solve this however you want. I'm going to make a 10. Pause the video now to solve 6 plus 7. When you're ready, we'll compare answers. Go ahead and pause now.
Okay, so how can we solve 6 plus 7? We have lots of strategies, guys. We know how to do this. We can count on, we can make a 10, we can draw it out, but we've already drawn it out. So let's go ahead and make a 10. So I know that 7 is the closest number to 10. So how many more do I need to make 7? 3. And where am I going to get the 3? From my 6. So I'm a number bond. And I'm going to put 3 here. 3 plus what equals 6? 3. It's a double. Then I can say 7 plus 3 equals 10. Am I done? No. Now I've got to take my 10 and add the rest of my ones. 10 plus 3 equals 13. So 6 plus 7 is 13. That means my total is 13.
Did you get 13? I got 13 by making a 10. Look at my work.
Looks like our work, doesn't it?
I close the 6 into 3 and 3, so I can make a 10 with a 7. 10 and 3 is 13. See, I knew this model would be awesome. Let's use it for the next problem. Come with me to number 3. Skip number 2 and head to number 3. Now listen as I read the problem aloud. Anton's team had 12 soccer balls on the field and 3 soccer balls in the coach's bag. How many soccer balls does Anton's team have? I have an idea. Let's reread line by line and use our new tape diagram to help us solve. Listen as I read the first part again. Anton's team has 12 soccer balls on the field. We can draw something.
Let's draw 12.
Go ahead and draw 12 circles with me to represent the 12 soccer balls on the field. You can pick your marker up and start drawing.
There's my 12. And I'm going to put it in a rectangle. Whoops.
Make sure you put a rectangle around it just like this. And I'll label it 12 because there are 12 soccer balls
in
there.
to show that that's more than 10.
Something's missing.
We didn't
Could
label
these be
it.
12 snakes? They could be 12 anything because I forgot to put a label. We need to put a label so we remember what these 12 are supposed to represent. I think I'm going to put F for fields. You can put whatever label makes sense to you, but F makes sense for me. Great. Our first part's done. Listen as I read the next part. And 3 soccer balls in the coach's bag.
Okay, so let's make 3.
I want you to finish this the best you can. I'm going to finish it too. And if I get stuck, I'll just peek at number 1 for help. You can peek at number 1 for help if you need to as well.
So I made 3 more, labeled it B for bag. I'm gonna go ahead and make my.
Okay, I'm ready. If you need more time, pause the video now. We're going to keep going. And there it is. That's the other part. Does yours look like mine?
Mm-hmm.
We should both have 3 circles and the number 3 with a rectangle around it. You could have a different label, but it needs to make sense to you. I put a B for bag, since those are the soccer balls in the coach's bag. Mathematician, we're ready for the last part of our tape diagram. Let's go ahead and show the total. From the beginning to the end, the total in this problem is unknown. So I'll put a question mark and label it with a T. Go ahead and add that to your drawing now. Sweet. This tape diagram can help us make sense of the problem. We read each part line by line. And did you notice how our tape diagram grew as we matched each part of the word problem? I should be able to retell the story with my model. 12 soccer balls on the field. That's right here. Can you point to where you see 3 soccer balls in the coach's bag?
Here's our 3 in the coach's bag.
Yep, that's right there. And the total is at the top with a big question mark. Great. Now, mathematician, take a moment to think. Which one of these number sentences match this tape diagram? We're looking for the total. Which number sentence makes the most sense?
12 plus 3.
12 plus 3 blank. Because we
Hold on, guys, just a second. My apologies, guys.
We know 12 and 3 are our 2 parts that we're putting together to find the total. We can do that easily. We can add like units. Let's add the 1. 2 ones and 3 ones is
5 ones.
5 ones. And then 5 plus 10 is
15.
15.
So we
know 12 plus 3 is 15. We could do that, or we could write down number sentences. Great job. Let's make sure we add to our statement. Anton's team has 15 soccer balls. Now, mathematicians, with all this new learning in your brain and these 2 examples in front of you, I want you to travel on over to number 6. Go ahead and go to number 6. Mathematicians, you got this. You're going to solve number 6 all on your own. And I want you to draw a tape diagram to solve. Are you ready?
We're ready. We got this.
Listen as I read it aloud. Rose has a vase with 13 flowers. She puts 7 more flowers in the vase. How many flowers are in the vase?
Okay.
Let me read that again. Rose has a vase with 13 flowers. She puts 7 more flowers in the vase. How many flowers are in the vase? Go ahead and pause the video now to draw and write your answer. Make sure you have a number and you label your drawing. When you're ready, you can press play and we'll go over it together.
Okay, so let's look at this. Rose has a vase with 13 flowers. As this is just like what we've been doing, okay? So let's draw out 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And you probably wonder, why did I draw 13, these three in dark? Well, here's 10. This shows me this is not part of 10. So we have 13. And I'm going to label this one. I'm going to put it in because these are already in the vase. That is not a very good rectangle, but that's okay. Now, she put 7 more flowers in the vase. So let's do 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more, and we're going to put. Because she put them in the vase. Let's see if we can't make this a little better. That's a little better. All right. We don't know the total yet. We're going to put a T for total. Okay. So now we have to figure this out. Now, friends, I know that 13 is 10 and 3. And I can look right here and say 3 plus 7 more make 10. So I can say 13 plus 7 equals something. Let's go ahead and break this apart. 10 and 3. We're going to add our ones, 3 and 7. 3 plus 7 equals 10. But I'm not done. Now I need to add my other 10. 10 plus 10 equals 20. So how many flowers are in the vase? 20 flowers are in the vase. Let's see if we're right.
Welcome back. Let's review that problem. Does yours look like this?
It does.
Take a moment to compare your work to the work on the screen.
The only difference is we had darker.
You can ask yourself,
That's it.
do my 2 parts match the 2 parts on the screen?
We have 13 and 7.
Did I label with a number and a letter that makes sense?
We labeled with words in and put. These
Did
are
I
already
let's
in
put a
and these were
question
put
mark
in there.
where the total is?
We did have it.
And did you get 20? I got 20. I just made a 10. I saw the 3 and 13 could make a 10 with a 7. 3 and 7 are 10, and 10 more is 20. You can solve any way using any strategy, as long as you worked hard and you got 20. Wow, mathematicians, we learned something new today.
We sure did.
Go ahead and keep that new model in your brain and repeat after me. My brain is great.
My brain is great.
My brain grow.
My brain will grow.
The harder I work,
The harder I work,
the more I'll know.
the more I'll know.
And that's so true. Come with me as we go to your problem set. Your must-do problems today are 2, 4, and 5. Make sure you use your other problems we used today as a good example if you get stuck. I know you're going to work hard because you are a hard worker. You have a great day. Bye.
All right, friends, I am not going to do the problem set with you today because we did the 3 examples. We just did this one. You're going to do this one. I'll read them to you. Kiana caught 6 lizards. Her brother caught 6 snakes. How many reptiles do they have all together? Remember, you are drawing a table diagram to show this, okay? Make sure you're labeling them the proper way and solving. Number 3, you're going to do Anton's team. Oh, no, sorry, we already did 3. Number 4, you're going to do. Emmy had 13 friends over for dinner. 4 more friends came over for cake. How many friends came over to Emmy's house? Again, I need to see a tape diagram, label it the right way, and solve. You're also going to do number 5. 6 adults and 12 children were swimming in the lake. How many people were swimming in the lake? I need to see that tape diagram. I need to see it labeled the right way, and I need you to solve, okay? If you have any questions, you can email me, and you can always make sure that you can go back into our video and look for examples, or you can just sit there and say, hey, Miss Ray, I really don't understand how we did this today. Can you please help me some more? Okay, and you can email me and message me and let me know. I really need some help. Okay, so don't freak out. We've already did 1, 3, and 6 together on our boards. You can do 2, 4, and 5 on your own. Don't forget your exit ticket. Turn it into me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, friends.